Ian Watkins. If you're familiar with that name, you probably just puked in your mouth a little bit, even just hearing it. But maybe you don't know that name. Maybe you're familiar with the band that he was the lead singer of, Lost Prophets. They were a huge band back in the early 2000s. In fact, when I was a kid, they were one of my favorite bands. I even had a website I made in 4th grade called coldflames.pixo. I tell you, it could have been the next Facebook. I was ahead of my time. And all over that website, I had Lost Prophets music blasting because I really loved their work. And then in 2012, it was revealed to the world that Ian Watkins, for years, had gotten away with unimaginable evil and is one of the most infamous pedophiles in music industry history. He's like the Diddy of rock music, I suppose. It is unfathomable, the shit that he did. I made a whole video on his history 3 years ago. It is a lengthy and disgusting history here of unfathomable evil with Ian Watkins. He attempted to rape babies, like actual babies. It is beyond anything you're probably imagining. Like the worst things you can think of, he did. And he wasn't exactly like quiet about it either. He was very proud of all of it. The password to his laptop was even a reference to how he fucks kids. And then in a recorded phone call to a fan while he was in prison, he said that this whole thing was megalols. His sick, deranged fans would actually present their children for him. And he would talk to them in prison as well. Like, it's actually unhinged. The depths of depravity with Ian Watkins are something that you can't even picture as a sane person. And he got away with this for years. Again, this wasn't like the biggest secret in the world, like the fucking KFC 11 herbs and spices or anything. This was something he had been reported to the police for multiple times, but they didn't take it seriously. And in fact, the only reason he ever even got apprehended in the first place was on unrelated drug charges. Like, it's actually fucking infuriating, really. But he did finally get arrested. All of this information came to light, and he was serving a 29-year sentence, which, by the way, is crazy that it wasn't like multiple life sentences for all of this shit. I cannot believe it was only 29 years. I understand the laws are a little different over there when it comes to maximum sentences, but even still, the fact that he was going to be released in the next 16, 17 years means he would have been a free man again in his 60s. And for a fucking monster like this, I have no doubt he would have gone right back to raping children, babies, all of that evil he would have been engaging in immediately upon being released, no doubt. Now I say was because that's in the past now, he's dead. 2 fellow inmates stabbed Ian to death yesterday with a knife. It was first thing in the morning too, so this was like the number one thing on their to-do list for the day. They must have just got up, stretched, got the sleepies out of their eyes and said, alright, let's go kill that guy. So they did. Now, of course, I have no idea who these 2 guys are or what they're in for, but I do believe that the death of Ian Watkins here just saved a bunch of children in the future. Because he was going to be released. He was going to be back out into society breathing the same air the rest of us do. And he point blank says that he found it to be megalols and showed no remorse or any kind of like change or anything. So there's no doubt in my mind that when he would have been released, he would have went right back to doing this same shit, preying on children. So I do think now that he's dead in the dirt, going straight to hell, that children are safer for it. Because he will not be released now out into the population to once again start preying on kids again. Also, this isn't the first time he was stabbed in prison, by the way. In 2023, he was involved in a hostage situation where he ended up getting stabbed. But he survived that one, and then they came back around and got his ass this time. I remember talking about this in 2023 when he first got stabbed. What an interesting hostage to take, because I don't think anyone's going to be fighting that hard to get him back. I can already just, imagine all of the, officers or whatever on the scene oh no, don't do that. No, please, don't stab him. No, oh no, the madness. No, stop it. Let him go. This is crazy. Don't stab him. And then when they do stab him and he pulls through, I bet the officers are like, fuck! Kicking sand. What do you mean he made it? What do you mean he pulled through? Shit! This time, though, was clearly a bit different. They didn't use him as a hostage, they used him as a pincushion. So they stabbed and killed him. And you're not going to believe me when I say this, but it's true. He actually has people mourning his death. All the way up until his death, he had fans that were supporting him, saying he did nothing wrong, and counting down the days until he was freed. It's as fucked up as it sounds. From the handful of these lunatics I've seen, they're not even trying to proclaim that Ian Watkins is innocent, he's been framed or anything. They are actually just saying out loud that they don't care that he did all of those things. That it doesn't matter to them. They still can't wait for him to be freed. Terrifying shit, really. Anyway, though, I just wanted to share the good news with you about Ian Watkins being dead. And that's really about it. So yeah,